Let's talk about sizes of rotary blades. We sell 3 sizes, and I want to go over each one and talk a little bit about their uses and why, and I also have a recommendation for you as well. Starting on the left side, we have our 28 millimeter blade. This is a very small, you can see that's the side, there's my thumb there for reference, right? Okay. This one is great for using for if you need to do some very fine trimming. Fussy cuts are great for this. You can see the handle is rather small. You can hold it. This is great for template cutouts, curved templates and things like that. Light trimming, single layer, maybe even double, which is fine. You could get to 3 or 4 if you really want to, but this one is a precision tool. There are smaller sizes on the market. We don't carry them. I don't think they're necessary for the common crafter and quilter. The next size is our 45, and this is your workhorse, and this is the most common size out there. Most rotary handles sold today will fit the 45, and there are a lot of options you can have. We have things like the Splash, my favorite, the Femore. There's loop styles. This is a Fisker's loop. This is Grace & Company True Cut. What else do I got? Oh, I've got the standard Ergo clicker and go. So all of these will work. This is your workhorse, and this is what you typically will use most of the time, and it's the one that I recommend the most. Now, of course, we have the 60 millimeter, and again, you can see my hand here. It's pretty good size. It's 60 millimeters in diameter. We have a couple of different handles. Of course, this is an Olfa, and then I also have the Femore, which is great as well. These are good, but here's the thing about 60 millimeter. I think this is where a lot of customers and a lot of quilters might go wrong, is getting this bigger size. And the reason why I talk about it this way is unless you're stacking lots of fabric or you're stacking heavier fabrics like denims, 4 or 5 deep, you're stacking a ton of stuff up or you're doing big projects, this thing's overkill. And the other challenge that we have is when we look at the width of our rulers and our templates, they're not very wide. I mean, this is my stylus here, right? And it's really small. And so when you're up here with the center of gravity, okay, when you're on the center of gravity, it's so far away from where things are getting cut that there's a tendency to roll and pivot, and you get uneven cuts and jagged cuts, and you tend to tail off at front and back of your cycle. Whereas with a unit that is smaller, you can see, like, here's a nice visual. It's not very far. Like, it's just not, it's barely a thumb's width to the surface, but this one is almost, gosh, what is that? 2 or 3 fingers, depending on how big your hand is. I've got man hands, but you can see that you're farther away. So you get this action against your tiny little ruler or template. And I think this is where a lot of folks go wrong with inaccurate cuts. And so when we're talking about your workhorse, your multi-purpose 1 to 6 to 8 layers of fabric, just standard quilter's cotton, your 45 is your go-to. So that is just one tip, one recommendation. Of course, you do you. If you've been doing it that way with the 60 all your life, go for it. I'm just saying for the newer quilters or those who are not using the different sizes, there's really not a reason to jump up to the 60 unless you absolutely are going to cut those real thick and heavy fabrics. Okay, so those are the sizes.